Okay, guys, listen up, please. Today, it's absolutely huge for the club. It could be an historic day. It could change this club forever. If you win today, you will guarantee Grindavik over £4 million in prize money. Now, are we the underdogs? Yes, of course we are. But underdogs can win, guys. They can win. If they go out there, if they work hard, do things correctly, they can definitely get a job done. So let's go out there, give it our all, and let's do them doggy style. Wait, no, that's not what I meant.
Synker samman till segersropen Mount Grindavik. Och jag vet, vid vattnen ger it down.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream. It is Season 4, Episode 5 today, and we have got a very tough game ahead of us. It is Shakhtar Donetsk, a doubleheader against them in the Champions League qualifying. This is going to be tough, isn't it? It really, really is. We've sort of breezed through the first two ties, so far, but this is definitely going to be a tougher one. Now, before we go any further, I do need to thank some channel members, which is amazing. First up, Neil Belton, who was the first member. So congratulations and thank you very much for that, Neil. And as I said in the Formula One video when I thanked him on that one, I feel like the hidden perk of this is that you get to see if I can actually pronounce your name correctly or not. And I have it on good authority that I did get it right on the Kicking Hash video. And also, Canzalone, thank you so much for jumping on board. There's a little join button down below if you are interested. But yeah, that is greatly appreciated, fellas. I cannot, there are no words really. It is just great. It's fantastic to get that support from you. Now, there is one thing we need to do before we get to this Shakhtar business. That is to catch you up on the second leg against Skopje, which I almost have not pronounced correctly, certainly. So let's see how the second leg went. The first leg was pretty much a whitewash. I think we were 6-0 up or something. So let's see what happened when we went to North Macedonia. We took an early lead with Vivas first for the club, before Monty made it 2-0 on the night. So we were always in control of this game. Monty, I don't know if it's difficult to see, but he actually was the assist. He was the knockdown for Viva's first goal. And then we had our Cameroonian at right back just to sort of basically give him a game and see how he goes. And well, you can see the long throw led directly to the Monty goal, although not necessarily directly, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I mean, you can see the team we put out there, a lot of youngsters, a lot of fringe players. We gave Bjornsson a game in goal just to keep his eye in case we do need him at some point. And they were down to 10 men late on, but the game was obviously already well and truly gone by then. It was 8-0. So that is Champions League qualifying caught up on. A quick refresher as to how the league table looks. There have been a few more games. As you can see, we have a game in hand on the two above us, but we are 5 and 6 points back. So we're only 3 points, ahead of a couple of teams behind us there. So we do put the league to one side today. There is a game in between the two legs that is against Fram, and well, we almost need to win out, don't we? 22 game league season to catch that up. I mean, if we do win the game in hand, it looks like it's against Vela, which is not an easy game in hand by any means. But if we do win it, 27 points, we are right back in it. But you can see recent form, European football comes to town, and we do struggle in the league because of that. So yeah, a little bit of a shame. But anyway, at Shakhtar Donetsk, it's not easy, but in fact, it's incredibly difficult. And if you look at the ties of the teams we could have drawn, it was the most difficult one. I mean, Dinamo and Partizan would be very difficult, but I think Shakhtar, it's still a little bit on a different level to those two as well. Now, I suppose the good news is that if we are to win this, which again, very unlikely, then the next round, you'd say if we can beat Shakhtar, then we could pretty much beat anybody there. Can we? Aberdeen. Absolutely flying here as well. Anyway, let's have a look and see what we're doing. Nobody expects us to win. The board expect defeat. The fans expect defeat. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of them. And this is the team we are sending out, hopefully not to the slaughter. We're away from home in the first leg. It's Origi in goal. Marmot, Adelsteinsen, Anderson and Cresswell are the back four. Sayas, Halkson and Capiello in midfield. Viva and Birchall, the two new players in for this season. They're playing wide. Stefansson goes up top. And well, we need him. We need to create chances for him, and we need him to take them. All right. So, I mean, if we're looking for any crumbs of comfort that might give us a chance, I don't have the Ukrainian league loaded up, so that might help. Willie Smallbone. That's a difficult name for high school, isn't it? All right. What do we want to say to this? Nobody expects us. There's no pressure on us. I mean, there really, I don't think at this point is any pressure. If we were to win this tie, as I said in the intro there, £4 million. I mean, that is just it just changes everything, doesn't it? Now, they have come out differently to what we were expecting them to, so we are going to have to change our marking assignments to get those wingbacks covered. And, well, there we go. We can see our team there. And we're in tough, aren't we? There's absolutely no way around that. We are definitely in tough here. It's probably the biggest crowd we've played in front of. It has to be the biggest crowd we've ever played in front of. So, unfortunately, I don't think you split the... there's no revenue sharing on the gate receipts, I don't think. So that's a bit of a shame. That would be nice to get our hands on half of this attendance, but would probably match our attendance for the rest of the year, to be honest. But here we go. The biggest game that we've ever played. I'd say in terms, well, certainly in terms of attendance, but in terms of what's at stake as well. You know, it's just insane money for not just the league, but for the the club in general. So 72% possession they've had. We usually possession is our good strong point. Here we go. Marmot with a corner. We couldn't, could we? No, it's headed away. Capiello will pick it up though. Forward there. It's there for Marmot. Marmot pick out a teammate. He does. Oh, he almost does. Capiello, and oh, it almost snuck in. I tell you what, that's a promising start though, isn't it? Let's just keep encouraging them. And looks like Stefansson on the commentary there has had a strike at goal, but not on target. And this is a very different game for us, isn't it? We are, we're being Grindavik here in terms of possession. Oh, and Willie Smallbone has given Shakhtar the lead. I mean, if we're sort of clinging at hope, if we need to be in the tie for the second leg, obviously. Now, what's happened here? Origi, I think he's saved it onto the post, has he? And somebody there between Viva Antonsen and the goalkeeper really did need to go and just make that their ball, didn't they? But if we can get in at 1-0, I mean, that is not a disaster. And... I mean, one thing that unlucky so far, I can get on board with that. Yeah, I mean, one thing that we don't obviously do that much of is defend set pieces, just being semi-pro, and then with the packed fixture list we have right now, Viva not having a great game, we'll give him a little bit of chance here. I played him because he is, well, we signed him to be a European player for us. Oscarson is probably in the better form just now. Oh, what happened there? Just different wavelength. That was a decent chance for Stefansson to get shot at goal. Birchall wins it back, though. Can we make them pay for that? Marmot. Down the line for Birchall. Birchall, what's he got for us? It's for Capiello. We go back to Adel Steinson. This is a good possession, but we're not really doing much with it just now. Adel Steinson trying to find a way through. Sayas across for Antonsen. Cresswell. Can Viva do something? Oh, it's a good ball for Stefansson. And Stefansson! Oh, it's not stayed out! Is it going to get given? It's over the line, isn't it? The whole of the ball's got to be over the whole of the line, doesn't it? Yeah, that's right. Remember your sport. Oh, that is so unlucky, though. All right, we'll take Viva off. It was a little bit of a gamble, to hoping that he would play well, more so than expecting him to, I'd say. And okay, well, what if we are lowering the tempo? What if we look for some overlaps here as well? And maybe, yeah, let's just do that. Because, we do have an overlap there. And of course, the one thing, as I kept saying, we need to do is we need to be in the tie for the second leg. And at 1-0, at least we are that. Is that going to stay the case, though, here? Cresswell getting forward nicely. Cresswell to Capiello to Stefansson. Stefansson, he's got Birchall with him. Birchall's in. Birchall! Oh! I mean, on another night, it could be 2-1. This has been a wonderful performance from us, no matter what happens from here. And here's Stefansson, the goalkeeper just beats him to it. Sayas to Capiello, and just wasn't quite the accuracy needed on that pass, was there? They're playing it around the back. Can we force them into a mistake here? Ball over the top. Are we going to get sucker punched? Oh, don't do this to us. This would be cruel. Oh, Jesus. I mean, it could be 2-1. It could be 2-0, though, couldn't it? It's just as easily. Antonsen is not having a good game. But there we 1-0 at the Donbass Arena. That is not That is not terrible, I've got to say. And like I say, another night we could have scored 2. We just didn't have the luck on our side tonight. Let's hope we have it at home for the second leg. So Grindavik defeated, but certainly not disgraced. And it is still very much game on for the second leg. So wait right there, I'll play Fram in the league, and then I will see you for the second leg. All right, here we go. It's the hope that kills you, isn't it? We are so close. Anyway, yeah, we've got one game to catch you up on, obviously, in the league against Fram. It was a must-win. It really was a must-win. We obviously rested everybody involved in Europe. So let's see if we could almost, you'd say, pull off an upset. Rocky got the only goal. So there we go, a huge 3 points. Not a great performance from us. Turpitson got himself sent off just after half-time, so that obviously meant that the win was absolutely huge because it was still 0-0 at the time. Rocky put the penalty away. We did play well, albeit with a rotated side. The only players that featured in this one, as well as in Europe, was Viva, who was not going to play the second leg, or not started anyway. Antonsen, who was not going to start the second leg, and then the goalkeeper. Everybody else, though, was rotated, and yeah, well, we got the win, and that is the main thing. If we look at the league table, we can see it was very important we got that win, because otherwise it would have been title bid over. As things stand, we're just about still in it, but Breeder Blink and HK both just keep winning, and so I mean we've lost 5 games this year. You can't really in a 22 game season expect to lose 5 games and win the league, can you? That's just how that is, really. But anyway, we'll keep giving it our very, very best. But right now, we are looking for the shock of Champions League history, almost, you'd say. I'm sure there's been bigger ones, if I can think of it. I think Celtic got done by a Gibraltar side, didn't they? I don't know if we're quite going to be at that level. But we're expecting, again, a 4-2-3-1. Now, whether they actually come out in that way or not is going to be questionable. This is the team we're sending out. Now, I do need just to make 1 or 2 tweaks here. Okay, so it will be Origi in goal. Marmot. Monte is going to come in and play with Adel Steinsen, still being the ball player on cover, but just moving over to the right-hand side because Monte has a left foot. Cresswell will continue at right back. It's Sayas, Hauskin, and Capiello in midfield. Oscarson comes in to play down the right with Birchall. Stefansson goes up top. If ever Stefansson was to score a couple of goals for us, this is the game we needed in. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. It's a roughly similar team. If you notice, and some of you may not have noticed, but the squad numbers, they're constantly shifting around. The reason for that is that you don't submit sort of just the numbers for the season. It's done. There's 25 for the squad. Let's just go with, actually, there's no pressure on us here. Yeah, so there's the 25 for the squad. I don't like that Cresswell's looking nervous, not ideal. But then because the European squad is different to the league squad and then cup games as well, where you don't have to register players, the 25, the numbers just get shifted around all the time. So I sort of try and rotate. They are players we were expecting this time. I sort of try and rotate them so that the players are keeping roughly the same squad number. But if you have noticed it changing, that is why. Look at that, it's a packed out stadium. We're at the National Stadium for this one as well, so we're not at our home ground. But that looks a very, very good crowd, doesn't it? Would this be the biggest game in Icelandic club football history? To get into the playoff of the Champions League qualifiers, I don't know. It's just a question if you do know. Yeah, I will freely... Oh, that's not good. That is not good. That is not good. It's a big save from Origi. I will freely admit to not being not even... whatever the opposite of an expert is on Icelandic club football. I mean, that is me. I really didn't know anything about it. I still don't know much, to be fair, before playing this series. So I don't know if there's been Icelandic clubs go deep in Europe before. Not that we've gone deep in Europe, but certainly, £4 million is nothing to sneeze at if we are able to pull off the biggest of upsets here. But we're struggling a little bit. We do eventually get it clear. And let's hope that we just settle down a little bit now. Oh, as I said at the top, it's the hope that kills you, isn't it? We can only do our best. Let's face it. We can only do our best. If it comes off for us, brilliant. If it doesn't, then, we've gone further than I think we possibly thought we were going to. And we're still in Europe. Let's not forget that. Even if we lose this, we are still in Europe. We will parachute down to the Europa League playoff round, and then even if we lose that, I believe we will go into the Europa Conference actual league phase. So we've done brilliantly. We're going to have a good European run. It looks like Monty, good attempt at block. and maybe just did enough. I don't know if it was his block that took it over or save from Origi, but either way, we just about did enough there. We did work on defending corners in the time we had between the two games. Oh, it's another block. Yeah, I mean, let's not forget, that's the only way they scored against us in that first leg. It's not like they played us, you know, from open play and just picked us apart. Because in a way, I always think you can accept goals like that. It's obviously it's frustrating no matter how you concede a goal. It is, or Marmot with a good tackle. It is just always frustrating to concede a goal. But better players, full-time team, you can kind of, in a way, accept. Oh, but if we get knocked out because we're conceding goals from corners, I will be disappointed, I've got to say. So a first half that we did not really play well in. We didn't see anything from us. We've got nothing to lose. I can get on board with that. I don't like Cresswell being apprehensive and on a booking. You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to bring on our Cameroonian right back, who we have not really seen anything of, but he does have a good long throw and dressing room. And he's also apprehensive, I think, isn't he? Yeah, but I mean, at least he's not on a booking. And he's actually, it looks like, confident after that, after a little G-up team talk. So, yeah, let's get out there and let's see what we can do. Can we give Stefansson the chance? And if we can he take it? That is going to be the big question here, isn't it? Oscarson, you've got to get a little bit closer to him there, please, mate. Oh, I don't like. Can we get out? Oh, it's Willie Smallbone again. Never make fun of a player's name. I wasn't making fun of his name. I was just saying it would be a tough one in high school. But there's always seems to be like the game can hear you and they will score, and that is off the line. All right, this is not quite working for us, is it? All right, what can we change? What can we change? All right, let's not exploit wide areas. Let's just see how we play it. We'll raise the tempo up a little bit and see if we can just try and get something going. We'll encourage them again. I mean, they're fired up. We've got a chance. Marmot with a throw. Capiello back to Marmot. Can we get across it? One thing we don't really have. Oh, Birchall! It's gone! The goalkeeper will want it back. But Ajani Birchall has tied it up on aggregate, and it was out of nothing, really. He is a good dribbler, and he's just sort of taken it. He didn't even take it around a man. Did it take a little deflection, maybe, to put the goalkeeper off? Either way, it is 1-1 on aggregate. It is 1-0 on the night. Now, there is a risk that we've just angered the beast here, or are they just complacent? Have they come in here thinking that this is going to be a cakewalk against these semi-pro Icelanders? And are we about to give him a little bit of a shock here? £4 million, more than that, a little bit more, is riding on this game. And if we can get that, well, we'll turn professional, we'll update the facilities, and we might even go and sign a few players. There's a good ball for Stefansson! Oh! It's what he does, and he's missed it. He's only playing a 6-3. We've got a corner, Marmot to take. Suddenly, we seem to be right on top of this game. Capiello down for Sayas, back out for Marmot. Bosco! And it's a Ajani Birchall, no! Oh, he is offside. Oh, that is that our moment gone? Keep encouraging them. We're doing so well. This is Shakhtar Donetsk. This is a European giant. And I don't think that's exaggerating it. They are a big European team. Maybe not at the very, very top level, but they're certainly in that second tier. And it is 1-1, and we've taken them to extra time. That is absolutely brilliant. Let's dig in. Or do we say we've been... No, let's just keep saying there's no pressure on us here. We have done better than any of us thought we were going to do. I actually feared that we might get a little bit of a shellacking here. We need Stefansson, don't we, to show up. Rocky can play up top, though. Whenever I've played him as a striker, he's not really worked, to be honest. He's looked a lot better sort of playing as an inside forward than as an out-and-out striker. We'll keep encouraging. And we just need, if we can get a chance, take it. And, well, yeah. We need to play like we've got nothing to lose. Drive it like you stole it, as they say. Come on. Let me get a bit of pressure here. Birchall, what a player he has been for us already. So close to giving us the win. Oh, inside of the post. We've had a little bit of luck on that. We didn't have any luck in the first leg. We have had a little bit of luck here in the second leg. Second part of extra time is about to start. Now, we need to keep half an eye on penalty takers here, don't we? Who is a good penalty taker? So we need to bring Rocky on. He is a good penalty taker. He's pretty much the only one we have, though. So we might need to go to the other end of the spectrum. Who's a bad penalty taker that needs to come off? So maybe Sayas. Birchall has got good composure, though. But yeah, we've got some players with good composure. You wouldn't say we have many players that are good at taking a penalty, though. So Rocky for Birchall seems to be the obvious one, because Rocky is good at playing that position as an inside forward, and Birchall isn't great at taking penalties. So that's one that we will need to make. Who else is on the bench that can take a penalty? Huggins is not bad. I mean, he can pretty much play anywhere. I think that's kind of the only sub I want to make, though, because the players down here that aren't great at penalties have good composure, and I mean that in a shootout, I imagine is almost as important as the actual penalty stat. So we won't make that sub yet because Birchall is playing well. Although you wonder if Stefansson's having a bad game if we actually don't want him on the pitch. But anyway, let's give them some encouragement. The other one, of course, is do we want a nervous player taking penalties? All right, let's make this change now. We'll give Rocky a little bit of time to get himself into the game. Where are you? There you are, mate. No comment on your performance at all, Mr. Birchall. But we do need to get good penalty takers on. Stefansson, because he has decent composure, doesn't he? And he's not a bad penalty taker by our standards, so he needs to stay on. So there we go. That is that. I think these guys that are on there now are going to be... you know what? Common sense is telling me don't leave a nervous player on the field for penalties. So we'll take off the Cameroonian. And we win that we can. Monte's done well, and he's just sort of kicked it away. Highlight continues, does it? Yes. Oh, it would be cruel to concede now. Another good header there. Capiello for Oscarson. Stefansson's in the middle. There's a wet post. It's Rocky! Oh! We deserve to win this tie. And it's going to penalties. Well, can we get it done from the spot? Relax, pick your spot, don't change your mind. This is your chance to be heroes. Make sure you have no regrets. I'm proud of your efforts so far. Keep going. I am so torn between I'm proud of your efforts, keep going, and your chance to be heroes, have no regrets. A part of me thinks that. Just don't have any regrets, guys. Origi in goal. Can we get off to a good start? Of course, taking the first penalty is always a good thing, and Origi jumped out of the way of it. Oh, £4 million. All right, come on, Rocky. He got a penalty against Fram. Can he get a penalty against Shakhtar? Oh, he can. The goalkeeper's palmed it in. Oh, I'm going to shit myself. Come on. Come on, Origi. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Make a save. Make a save. Oh, just doesn't look good. You know what I should have done? I should have brought Bjornsson on. He's good from a penalty spot, isn't he? Didn't even think of that. Marmot. Come on, mate. Marmot. That's calm as you like. Excellent penalty, mate. Excellent penalty. I'm not going to even attempt these Ukrainian names. I can barely talk. That's just going to hurt me. Oh! Origi has made the save! We didn't really see it because the penalty thing is in a horrible spot. Can Stefansson give us the advantage? Come on, Omar. He can! He can! We're one penalty away. I think. We might be two. I don't know. Can Origi make another save? Then we will be one penalty away. Oh, it's a good one. Who's up next? It's Huggins. We brought him on because Ahmed was nervous. Can Niall Huggins, our Welsh fullback, he can! And we are now one penalty away. If Origi makes the save, we are through. We have knocked out Shakhtar Donetsk from the Champions League, and we will be one tie away from the league stage, which is scary. I don't even want to be in that. Come on, Origi. I do want to win this, though. Oh, he was so close. All right, who could be the hero? I think there might be a statue on the line here if we have a hero, and it is Capello. He has been a revelation since we signed him. Can he take a penalty? I've got no idea. I don't think I've ever seen him take one. Come on, Capello. Come on, Capello. Shakhtar Donetsk, we have £4 million, and that is the biggest upset in European football history. Well done. I cannot believe we have done. We deserve it. That's almost what I can't... I mean, XG, ignore that. That means nothing. It's a flawed stat. It was amazing. We deserve that. We should have won the first leg, arguably. I am getting slightly carried away, potentially, but we've overturned the first leg lead. I mean, we didn't not deserve it, did we? We rode our luck, yes, but we also had a little bit of bad luck, so it could have gone either way, and it will be Mulder for a chance to get into the European Champions League group. I don't actually want to be there because we'll just get absolutely smashed. I actually think we would be better off dropping down into the Europa League. Now, we are guaranteed Europa League stage now, aren't we? So we want the Champions playoff, right? So we're guaranteed loser prize money, 4.3 million. And the loser also qualifies for the Europa League, basically, the competition proper. So the absolute worst case scenario is £4 million in the bank and Europa League stage. The best case scenario, which I think is actually also a bad scenario, is Champions League group stage football. That is amazing. We're already in the positives. We are going to add over £4 million to that as well, plus any money we get for playing in the Europa League. This is absolutely life-changing stuff for Grindavik. It is huge. It really, really is. Origi, I mean, we're going to have an actual transfer budget. I mean, a hero. He is just a hero today, isn't he? And there we go. We caused the upset of all upsets. And, well, we will be back next time to try and make the Champions League group stage. First leg at home against Mulder. Let me know what you think in the comments. Can we do it? If we can beat Shakhtar Donetsk, we can beat Mulder, can't we? Whether we will or not, we'll find out next time. Until then, take care.